Hello students, welcome to the English class. Today we are going to read the 10th poem of your book First Flight, that is The Tale of Custard the Dragon by Ogden Nash. So basically this poem is a ballad. It is written by Ogden Nash, as I have told you, and it is a humorous poem. It is about a girl, Belinda, and her 4 pets. So, one of her pet is Custard, a dragon. Even though his exterior is very fearsome, means from outwardly it was quite dangerous, that dragon was. So, he is shown as a cowardly dragon, but inwardly he was quite coward dragon. But to everyone's surprise, when they were attacked by a pirate, Custard shows great bravery and saves everybody. But everybody thinks that it is quite a coward dragon. It can't do anything. So, but one day when a pirate attacks them, at that time that dragon, that Custard the dragon, shows complete courage and saves everybody. So, the poet has tried to depict that at times even a coward person can be an actual brave hero in the tough conditions of life. So the poet wants to convey that even a person whom we consider as coward can save the life of others at the time of difficulty. Okay, so now let's the poem line by line so that each and everything will be clear to you. So basically this poem consists of 14 stanzas, and each of these stanzas is again made up of 4 lines. So the complete poem is of 56 lines in all. Okay, let us see the first stanza of the poem. Belinda lived in a little white house with a little black kitten and a little grey mouse, and a little yellow dog and a little red wagon and a Leo Trulio little pet dragon. Okay, now in this stanza, a little girl named Belinda lives with her pets in a white house. These pets are a black kitten, a grey mouse, a yellow dog, and a dragon. So, Realio Trulio, when a poet is saying, it means that a real dragon she was having. They all use a red wagon, means a cart, when they want to go out somewhere. Now let's see the second stanza of the poem. Now the name of the little black kitten was Ink, and the little grey mouse she called her Blink, and the little yellow dog was sharp as mustard, but the dragon was a coward and she called him Custard. So here the qualities of the creatures are being explained. So in this stanza, the name of the kitten is Ink because the color of the kitten is black like ink, and the name of the mouse is Blink because the mouse is tiny, very small, and the name of the dog was Mustard because the dog's color is yellow just like mustard, and the name of the dragon is Custard because the dragon is covered and sweet like custard. Custard, you all know, it's a kind of sweet dish. Okay, now let's read the third stanza of the poem. Custard the dragon had big sharp teeth and spikes on top of him and scales underneath, mouth like a fireplace chimney for a nose, and Realio Trulio daggers on his toes. So in this stanza we see that Custard is a big dragon. Custard has big sharp teeth, spikes on his back, scales on his stomach, and daggers like toes. And Custard can also give out fire from his mouth. So these all are the qualities of a real dragon. But let us see what happened. First of all, let me make you clear that how sharp teeth, spikes on the back, scales on the stomach are visible to the dragon. Let us see in the next picture. As you all can see in this picture, the spikes of a dragon then scales on their stomach, then daggers or knife-like toes. Okay, let's see the fourth stanza of the poem. Belinda was as brave as barrel full of bears, and Ink and Blink chased lions down the stairs. Mustard was as brave as a tiger in a rage, but Custard cried for a nice, safe cage. In this stanza, we are told that Belinda, Ink, Blink, and Mustard were all brave, even though they all were much smaller in size than the dragon Custard. But Custard was so cowardly that he always wanted to hide in the cage to remain safe. Now, let's see the fifth stanza of the poem. Belinda tickled him, she tickled him, unmerciful. Ink, Blink, and Mustard, they rudely called him Percival. They all sat laughing in the little red wagon at the Realio Trulio cowardly dragon. In this stanza, Belinda and all pets made fun of coward Custard the dragon. Belinda tickled him, Blink and Mustard mocked him. Custard called him the brave knight Percival. Okay, so the Blink and Mustard ironically compared Custard with the brave knight called Percival, who had been in the service of King Arthur to show him how unlike Percival he really was. Okay, means many times what happens when we want to make fun of somebody, then we used to compare him with the brave person. If even though that person is coward, then also we compare it with some brave person. In the same manner, what is going on here? The dragon, means Custard, is being compared with the brave knight named as Percival. Now let's see the sixth stanza of the poem. Belinda giggled till she shook the house, and Blink said weak, she is giggling for a mouse. Ink and Mustard rudely asked his age, when Custard cried for a nice safe cage. So, in this stanza, when Custard wanted to be put in a cage because of fear, Belinda and Blink laughed so much at him. Ink and Mustard even asked him his age because, like a child, he was scared of every little thing. Now let's see the seventh stanza of the poem. Suddenly, they heard a nasty sound, and Mustard growled, and they all looked around. Mioch, cried Ink, and Och, cried Belinda, for there was a pirate climbing in the window. So in this stanza, suddenly Belinda and her pets heard an unpleasant sound and were scared. Mustard started growling. Ink and Belinda cried out in fear. And finally they saw that a pirate. Pirate means the person who used to rob the ships. Okay. And was climbing into their house through a window. Now let's see the eighth stanza of the poem. Pistol in his left hand, pistol in his right hand, and he held in his teeth a cutlass bright. His beard was black, one leg was wood. It was clear that the pirate meant no good. So, in this stanza, we see that the pirate had one pistol in his left hand and one pistol in his right hand, and a cutlass. Cutlass means small knife between his teeth, just like a sword between his teeth was there. He also had a beard and a wooden leg. It was very clear that the pirate was quite dangerous. Now let's see the ninth stanza of the poem. Belinda paled and she cried, "Help, help!" But Mustard fled with a terrified yelp. Ink trickled down to the bottom of the household, and little Mouse Blink strategically mousehold. In this stanza, we see that Belinda became pale with fear. She started to cry for help. Mustard ran away in fear. Ink hid in the basement and Blink went into his mouse hole. Let's see the 10th stanza of the poem. But up jumped Custard, snorting like an engine, clashes his tail like irons in the dungeon. With a clatter and a clank and a jangling squirm, he went at the pirate like a robin at a worm. So, in this stanza, we are told that Custard surprised everyone with his actions. He jumped up and started snorting. Snorting means taking breath heavily, in anger, just like an engine. Then Custard beat his tail against the floor, and that made the sound like the metal chains in a dungeon being clashed against another. Finally, he ran towards the pirate and attacked him in the same way that a robin bird pounces on a worm. Let's see the 11th stanza of the poem. The pirate gaped at Belinda's dragon and gulped some grog from his pocket flagon. He fired 2 bullets, but they didn't hit, and Custard gobbled him every bit. In this stanza, the pirate reacted to Custard. He stared at Custard the dragon helplessly and drank alcohol from his flagon. Flagon means from the beaker in which he was having alcohol. He fired 2 bullets at Custard with his pistol but missed. And finally, Custard ate the pirate in just one bite. Now let's move towards the 12th stanza of the poem. Belinda embraced him. Mustard licked him. No one mourned for his pirate victim. Ink and Blink in glee did great around the dragon that ate the pirate. In this stanza, Belinda hugged Custard and Mustard licked him. So both Belinda and Mustard appreciated Custard's bravery. No one was sad for the pirate who had been eaten. Instead, Ink and Blink started dancing in a happy mood around Custard. Let's see the 13th stanza of the poem. Belinda still lives in her little white house with her little black kitten and her little grey mouse and her little yellow dog and her little red wagon and her realio trulio little pet dragon. In this stanza, we are told that everything has gone back to normal again. Belinda is living once again in peace with her pets in her white house. Along with that wagon. Now let's see the last stanza of the poem, that is 14th stanza. Belinda is as brave as a barrel full of bears, and Ink and Blink chase Lion down the stairs. Mustard is as brave as a tiger in a rage, but Custard keeps crying for a nice safe cage. In the stanza, we are told that Belinda, Ink, Blink and Mustard are still brave, despite knowing that the pirate could have easily killed them all. On the other hand, Custard is still a coward and still longs for a safe cage. So, this is all the poem. I hope you all have enjoyed it. Read it once again and enjoy it, and read it line by line so that you will understand it completely. Thank you.